Greetings and salutations, y'all. Welcome back to my channel. I am going to be doing a wig review today. It's been a while since I've actually bought one because, you know, I'm trying to save money and be an adult. But I decided to buy an affordable one on Amazon and I'm going to go ahead and review it. So I got this wig from Style Icon off of Amazon Prime. It came extra quick, thankfully. So I'm just gonna go ahead and take it out of the bag or out of the box for an unboxing. So this is what it looks like after I took off the top. And it comes with a free wig cap, some lashes. Okay, they think they're cute or whatever. Comes with some lashes. This is how the wig comes packaged. So very nice and secure from top. It looks like, no, there's not that much plucked, but this is what it looks from top to bottom. This is a wig in the color 1B, and I believe it is 38 inches long. If I am incorrect, I'll just go ahead and put the number somewhere on the screen, but it is long. It is long. Good. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys the construction of the wig. There is a clip in the back, an adjustable strap in the back as well, as you can see. Parting space. It's not really that much parting space in the front, and it's kind of just like down the middle. So I don't know if I'm gonna wear this as, it actually does come with baby hairs. I'm not sure, y'all can see them, yeah. So it does come with some pre-cut baby hairs, but these looking kind of like, you know, adult hairs. So I'm probably gonna cut them a little bit more to my liking. And there are two clips in the front to secure that wig. So now that you guys have seen the construction of the wig, this is just going to show you guys the luster of it. I don't think the luster is bad at all. It is definitely not too shiny, so it's not giving me that kind of like fake, you know, looking like cosplay wig. And I think that I am gonna go ahead now and put a wig cap on my head and come back looking like an egg, so I can put this on my head and see how I'm gonna, you know, finesse this shit. Period. On the head, ooh, this shit's tight. This is not the wig cap that came with the box, but I just wanted to use one of the ones I had. It says flies, I'm gonna get it. You know, finesse. I'm gonna go ahead and use this wig strap as always and kind of line it up. This is just oil, you know, gotta keep them twists moisturized, some jojoba oil. And I'm just gonna put this wig strap on. So now the wig strap is on. This is kind of thick. So I'm gonna go ahead and put it on my head and just thin it out a little. Yeah, so the rest of this is gonna be a voiceover like originally planned. Or like originally avoided, but you know, we compromise for the ones we love. So
and you want to eat, so who gonna be really complaining when it's good? Who gonna be really complaining? Nobody.
anyways, the rest
Eat
of
that
it,
shit too. Don't cut the shit.
I think the shit out. We'll see. The rest of this is gonna be a voiceover starting now. Okay, so voiceover has started. I'm going ahead and just putting the wig on my head as is, so I can show you guys a little bit about the parting. So without any manipulation, this is what the parting looks like. I'm just going ahead and using this edge comb that I have to kind of brush it out, but that is how it looks straight out of the bag. You know, we gonna ignore all of that pet hair because of Gone Kiluwa, but it comes to about butt length on me, so I'm just kind of showing you guys how long the unit actually is. And then I'm going in with these thinning scissors. A lot of times with these synthetic units, they are made really kinky or just really thick, my bad. So I'm just going in with these pair of thinning scissors. As you can see, they kind of have like a comb on one part, and then the other part is like the scissor part, and it just kind of goes through and just up and down the length of the wig. I'm just cutting it in a way so it can kind of thin out the layers. So as you can see, after doing that, I had a little bit of shed hair that came out, and I'm just combing that out so I can make sure that I don't have to deal with a lot of tangles while I am thinning out this unit. So after that first run through, that's about how much hair I had. And honestly, this unit was really thick. I'm just yelling at Gone. That unit was really thick. So I just kind of went in sporadically all over the place and just kept cutting. It was a really, really thick unit. I will say that, especially since it's longer, I guess it was just a lot of hair, but I just went through with the comb a second time and just brushed out a lot of hair. It might look like, oh my God, you done cut off the whole wig, but I promise y'all there was still a pretty full unit even after cutting that off of one side. And as you can see, I'm just gonna go through and brush out that side, and then you guys can kind of see the difference between the side that I thinned out with the thinning scissors versus the side that I didn't. So the side right here that I'm holding up is the side that I thinned out with the thinning scissors. You can see the ends are more flowy, and then the ones that I didn't, it's a little more thick and bulky. So that's how it kind of helps give that synthetic wig a little more natural look, a little natural fall, and just comparing the two. So there is a reason why I do it, to give it a little more natural look. And moving on to the next part, of course my baby got to come in and interrupt my flow, but it's okay. I love her, but it's back to the wigs. So looking again at the roots, parting. It's supposed to look like scalp though. Looking at the parting, I'm just going in and plucking out some of the bigger knots. I do like to pluck my units because I feel like it gives me a more natural look. It's not mandatory that you do, but I feel like it just makes me feel good, so I do it. I'm just going in, not really in a specific way or order, but I'm just going in and kind of gently picking at the knots. I'm going in also with this edge comb, and I'm just combing any of the excess hair that gets in my way out of the way. And then I'm going back in with this flat slanted, what's it even called? Tweezer. There we go. Flat slanted tweezer, and just making sure that I have the slanted part up against my scalp, and I'm just kind of gently pulling the hair out. There's not really a specific way I would do this. I would just honestly recommend you going back and forth. Don't just pluck it all in one direction. Just kind of comb and then pluck, and then comb and pluck, and just kind of see how the hair falls. And as you can see in the video, I started plucking on one side a couple times, and then I just kind of switched over and started plucking on the other side, just because it's supposed to be a very natural look and you don't want to accidentally over pluck. So just kind of alternating from side to side would definitely help you avoid doing that throughout the process. I just went ahead and packed up the hair because it was getting in my way, but make sure you take your time with plucking. You can't unpluck once you have plucked, so take as much time as you need to make sure that it looks the way that you want it to when you lay flat. I'm just going back in, and kind of any bigger knots that I see, I'm just angling my tweezers towards them and gently pulling at them. Make sure that you constantly kind of brush down your part so you're sure how it looks once you are finished plucking it fully, and you can kind of see how it looks against your scalp. And then for like the last time, I'm just gonna go back a little bit further and kind of pluck, and I'm also going to go back in after I finish plucking and make sure that I like the way it looks by combing it down with my edge comb. You don't have to use an edge comb. If you have a rat tail comb or something, that is completely fine too. All right, so now that we have that out the way, as you can see, some of those adult hairs that they gave us are there. I just went ahead off camera and just kind of cut them a little bit, and now I'm just kind of brushing them back so that I can go ahead and start cutting the lace. You don't always have to start in the middle. I just start in the middle for this unit. Sometimes I start on the side, but I never cut like directly up into the hairline. I always cut down a little bit just so that I have some space to work with in case I mess up. And I also want to make sure that when I'm cutting, I'm not cutting in a straight line. I'm just kind of cutting sporadically all over the place so that I can have the most natural looking hairline possible once I go in and make my final cut. So I'm just going to go ahead and cut the rest of the lace. right, so just going in and cutting a little bit more. As y'all can see, this is not really like a frontal wig in my opinion. If you're somebody who has a really big head, there really was not that much parting space on this wig for you to make into a frontal, so I didn't really care about the sides as much. I was really more focused on making sure that the center looked good. But I'm just gonna stop cutting here. I'm not leaving it like this, but I'm going ahead real quick with a damp beauty blender that's old, it's my wig beauty blender, and some Smashbox powder foundation, and I'm just using that to put it on the parting space. And as you can see with my scissors, I'm just cutting the lace that's still hanging so that it's more straight and a little bit closer to the hair, and going in with just a little bit more of that powder. I completely missed the parting, but it's fine, it's fine. And just putting it there so I can make sure that it matches to my scalp. Once I have that finished, I always make sure to line up my wig cap with my wig strap before I comb out the wig and then place it on my head to see how the, manipulation is going. As y'all can see, I literally just put it on, and what lace? What lace? What lace? I don't see none. If you see one, call me and find me because I don't see one. Yes, so basically that is what the wig looks like after putting a little bit of that powder foundation on it and making sure that I cut the little bit of excess lace off. If you wanted to stop here, obviously you could, but obviously I'm extra and I have to go above and beyond. So I'm going in with these little I don't even know what they're called. I'll put the name for them in the description box or something, but I just kind of use them to kind of not thin out my hair, but kind of just shape the way that the wig is framing my face. So if you're somebody who has a hard time when you wear your wig, you feel like it's not looking the way it should on you, I would definitely recommend you guys go this extra step to kind of customize it and make sure that it's framing your face properly. So I'm just doing that up and down the length of the hair and going in with this comb and just combing it out to make sure that it is straight. And that is about how much hair that came out after I used the little hair trimmers. And I'm going back in and doing the same thing again. Honestly, you don't have to do this part, but I did. I'm going in now with a pair of scissors and cutting in some layers. I just like for my units to frame my face properly, so I just went to make sure that it was in the middle part because that's how I'm going to be wearing this unit. And then not cutting straight across, cutting downwards and kind of just grazing it against the hair so that I can make sure that it looks as natural as possible. And just another quick tip, make sure that you're kind of going a little further back as well and cutting some layers a little bit further back in the unit, just so that all your short pieces aren't directly right in front of your face. And then go back in with those hair trimmers, and any kind of blunt cuts that you might have made, those hair trimmers will quickly and easily make them look a lot more natural. And I'm just going in again and cutting in a little bit more layers because, like I said, it was thick and I wanted to make sure that it all flowed very nicely. So I'm just basically cutting and doing the same thing again on that side, and I'm gonna go off camera to do the same thing on the other side, just so that y'all don't gotta sit through the whole video of me doing the same thing twice. I always flat iron my synthetic units on 370 degrees with my flat iron, so this is what it looks like after I did that. So just some final thoughts. I really enjoyed this unit overall. I would definitely recommend you going out to buy it if you're interested in it. It was only about $50 on Amazon, and it's a 38-inch wig, so that is definitely a steal. The only complaint I really had was some of the tangling, but for the most part, as long as you kind of comb from end to top, you're gonna be good. So I would definitely recommend this unit, and if you guys are interested in it, the link will be in the description box below. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you guys on my next video.